Greetings, everyone. Lumberg here, very excited with a personal update and a huge milestone of starting C35. So the day has finally arrived. I've run out of things to do. I have the uranium saved up, and I'm going to hit the button. Before we do that, I wanted to make sure that I timed this so that it would be ready in the building stage of Void. So we're now in the middle of Battle Frenzy, Strongest Commander. I want to use the building construction points for Void Strongest Commander because we care about that in our world. So some of the things that you should do before you do it, you should go ahead and ask for the construction chief. You can see I have the construction chief from the president, and then you want to select your construction heroes, and let's go ahead and hit that button. So before I did this, I already did the math. I just wanted to show you some of the math that I did to make sure that it will be in time. And in this process, I also wanted to show you the schedule and the different combinations of Strongest Commander. Most of you probably already know this, but just in case you didn't. So let's take a quick. This is the table here that shows you the different combinations of Strongest Commander order. And what you will notice, if you didn't know this already, is that troops building recruiting phase always is followed immediately after building. So those two have to stick together. So these are the different combinations. The last day is always going to be Void and Frenzy. But what you can see here is that from this table that the there's no way that the building event can start on day 5 or 6 or 7. So that's the key information that I use to kind of schedule this build. So here's the Void schedule. That means that the building event at the latest has to start on the 11th here. So that's the building event, the latest it can start. And this is the date of Void of the 14th. So that's August 14th. Next, the nerd that I am, and I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up this math, I went into a time calculator, calculated the time that it needed to build the C35 hull, and I subtracted about 3 hours, approximately 3.5 hours, because the help time for 100 members for 105 seconds is approximately 3 hours, but I just added 25 minutes, and then I just said, okay, from this time onward, if the build time is 13 days, will it be in time? And yes, it looks like I'm going to be right on after reset on August 11th. So all that preparation just to make sure that this hits in the building phase of Strongest Commander. The next goal is to try to get enough uranium to be able to build the garage to C35 and get that boost. And one more goal is to, once C35 hits, you can of course upgrade your equipment. And I would, develop my radar to level 6 if that is possible. Now, of course, I messed up the process a little bit. I tried to convert some of my purple equipment to level. I tried to flip it from purple to orange because I had enough ore. It failed actually 2 times, so that was a waste, and I wasted some orange and yellow parts there, so I may not be able to do that in the 2-week period when I hit C35. Finally, just a comment. Believe it or not, again, they started this group buying event. Of course, I've got sucked in and I did it. The individual points, it looks like you can get some pretty decent rewards from just 1 or 2 packs. I needed Zeus, so I bought a Zeus pack and some of the Titan chips, and was able to get the first two packs here for the 40, 120, and 240. So that's a total spend of about $12 gets you these amounts, which isn't too bad. Then, of course, once we all buy into it, and we're gonna most likely do it, we're gonna hit this mark. Then you get the cheap Alexandrias when those packs open up. So the Alliance pack is 9 Alexandria that you get there, and then the nation pack if you get the maximum discount. If your nation gets it, I recommend these spends as good spends. It is, however, frustrating and depressing that they roll this out so frequently. So it's almost like it's just trying to get every last dime and monetize this game. Last thing I wanted to share was I've been doing some research on another camel game. And I've done this research because this camel game essentially is a little bit ahead of Age of Origins. It came out before, so they have C40. So I just tried to just look into the C40 requirements. There's a lot of differences between the game, but there's a lot of similarities, almost like it's the exact same game with a lot of the same mechanics, just a different skin. Instead of zombies, they have monsters. In this game, they have C40, so I'm doing some research and hopefully we'll come up with some predictions about what the requirements, the uranium requirements and the resource requirements and the building requirements will be for the release of C40. So that will be some more research to come. That's War and Order. The look and feel is a little bit different, but the game dynamics is almost identical. So doing some more research there, and hopefully I'll have something of a prediction and estimate out soon. Okay, that's it. That's all I had. Quick update. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Good luck in Battle Frenzy. Good time to test out the new Titan skills and new formations. So if you encounter any different formations, please do let me know, and I'll try to do some testing of my own. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday.